sweat that is now crystallized on my face into salt crystals, because that's what happens when you sweat so much and you can't do it anymore. It looks like somebody took a salt shaker and poured it all over your face, and it's a white. And I go to wipe my forehead and it feels like somebody took sandpaper and drug it across my skin. It burns my eyes so all I can see are a lot of little slits. I have spit and white gunk rolling down my face. I'm hobbling forward, but I'm still running and I'm yelling. I'm like, don't you stop! Don't you stop! You're not dead yet! You're not dead yet! And I'm yelling at this point, and I know I'm yelling, I don't even care anymore. And I look over and be like, hey, you can do it! Oh, look at that dude! And I see that last corner, and I see it, and I know that's the last corner because I was here 1 year earlier. I decided to ride my bike up here because I wanted to watch the triumphs. I wanted to watch those victories. And I rode up there and I watched this middle-aged man take that last corner with tears streaming down his cheeks. And he looked over and saw his family and saw his little blonde daughter, and he ran up to her and grabbed that little girl, put her on his shoulders, and he ran across the finish line with tears running down his cheeks and her clapping her hands for her daddy. I wanted to know what that felt like. I needed to know. And at that moment I did. And it sucked balls. And I made that turn and I saw it. It said finish. And instead of being happy, I was like, oh! Because that was what had caused all the pain. And I kept running and I was like, you're not dead yet! You're not dead yet! And I'm running and I was like, don't stop! Don't stop! Because I knew the minute that I crossed that finish line, no one would ever be able to take that away from me. I could be 85 years old and somebody will look up to me and they'll say, hey man, have you ever finished a marathon without stopping? I could say yes. That'll be mine. No one will ever be able to take that away. And I ran and I kept my head forward and I didn't stop. And I said, I don't care what happens, you have to make it past that finish line. You can crap yourself now, dude. You can throw up on yourself now. And I didn't. And I made it past that finish line. And they corralled everybody. They gave everybody little tinfoil blankets to keep the heat in. And then they gave us all little medals that says Chicago Marathon. And I sat there and I looked at it and I put my hand on my knee. Right now, the sun was shining. The sun was shining down on me. And I knew my friends were waiting for me. And I thought about what that took. I thought about what that took for this dude. People run marathons every day. People like me don't. People who bought into those insecurities. Kids with zero athletic ability. Kids who were called fairy feet growing up. Dudes like me that everyone has always counted out. The weirdo kid in the class. I did it. I did it. And it felt good. And I go around the country and I tell the story. And yeah, it is me patting myself on the back. Don't let anyone ever make you feel guilty for being proud of yourself. That's what I get to do. I get to go around. I get to pat myself on the back. And I wore that little medal for 3 days. People are like, man, you still wearing it? I'm like, hell yeah, you know what it took to get this? And that day I made a promise to myself that I would continue to throw myself in the deep end. Because I needed to know more about this and about this. So I put more stuff on that list. And every year I take more stuff off that list. This was on that list. I wanted to see if I could really go into these stories. I wanted to see if I could dig at those black spots. I wanted to see what I could learn about Chris. Me standing here in this room right now. That's Chris learning about Chris. That was on that list. That's what I'm doing. I'm crossing something off right now. And you guys are all responsible for that. I just want to say thank you guys so much for helping me live my dream. And I say this every night. I say thank you every night, but it doesn't mean that I mean it any less. That I truly wish that I had the words to convey just how amazing this feels. To walk into a room and see people look at you and know that they're looking at you because they believe in you. No one's ever done that for me before. And now I get to walk into rooms across the world now and do that. And it's an amazing feeling. I just want to say thank you all so much.